They'll be calling you a radical. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. The frogs have been boiled nicely. 4,000 people a day in the U.S. of usury dying. Fucking, we're going to go protest to put a monarch in. Usury America hypnotized fucking ignorance. Thus, the Post-Ignorance Project. Ooh, that document. They fucking signed it. Ooh, Second Amendment, Second Amendment. Ooh, that thing's so outdated it's unfucking believable. So, meanwhile, back on the fucking ranch, we're going retro. Now think about it. All this insane. I want you to just think about this. Of course, you can't think. People cannot critically think. They're just like, oh, this is normal. This is normal. I'm cooped up my house. Fucking Johnny died, neighbor died, cousin died, I'm dying. Fucking. So all this madness, this pandemic. Where's all these vaccinations everybody's supposed to get? All this insanity. Fucking debt reeling out of fucking control. Unemployment, the real rate, out of fucking control. Poverty reaching fucking all-time new high. Stock market makes all-time high. Just up, fucking. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. So, remember when I used to wear these in the day? Fuck. So, TEPCO, which is the United States of usury, the nuclear energy crime syndicate, the greatest evil. That's what you should be protesting. AKA the Untouchables, has released footage 10 years after the fact. We're on day 3596 in the year 2020. Man is still alive. Proving the media's not cover-up, fraud. Remember when they stood there, that reactor they're standing in, I'm the guy that matched that up. That was the new fuel pools at Hanford. They weren't even in Japan. That's fraud. So, you want to watch it all. Dana did a really great fucking piece on it last night, and he's going to work the shit out of it. Now, Dana, when he's going over the top of it, and this is drone footage for March, which I've seen all this footage. I have a lot of these photographs. I have photographs of the common spent fuel pool blown to shell hang, these so-called great fucking dry cast containers busted wide open laying there. I have them. I have lots of this footage. I can't put it out. It's classified. Now, I'm going to try to do some more because I got no lawyer, I got nobody, and see now that this is out, if it's still classified. I saw all this footage. I saw the footage of the tunnels underneath them going in on the backside, working the blown. I've seen all this in detail in the early days. I saw all this footage in the spring of 2011, and I reported it. I have video content. It's out there that I found on the live cam in June 14th or 15th, 2011, when Unit 3, I believe it was, or maybe it was Unit 2, or both, blew the fuck, vivid fucking just, Arnie Gundershield was in my sight on March 12th, on my video. I'm going crazy about this and telling me, oh, this is just Hyderabad, you're wrong, Kev. Arnie Gundershield works for the nuclear industry, so does Chris Busby. Keldakot, she's just a booker. She has no clue about nuclearism. She's absolutely clueless. Oh, number 4, I'm going to evacuate my... I've seen all this footage. Why do you think I'm so fucking all in on this? I know. You don't know what I know. I cannot fucking put it out. I'll go to prison. Fucking, it's classified. It was sent to me as classified, so everybody was sending me everything in the early days because I was in the bone marrow transplant center, fucking dying of cancer, and fucking they're like nobody else was reporting this. Nobody on earth. And Dana got on later, and he's done great work. But I've been on this fucking even before it happened. I did lecture after lecture after lecture of this fucking. Where's this going to happen? You keep going on the Ring of Fire. It's going to happen at Sin and Onofre. It's the most dangerous reactor on the face of the earth. Why do you think I focus so hard? If without me, it doesn't ever close down. Diablo Canyon, TikTok. Fucking Fukushima, Japan. Fuck, got an accident there in fucking 97. You know, fucking, it was as obvious as scars across my face. So, they wait 10 years. The frogs have been boiled nicely. What's that mean? Hell of a way to boil Pacific Ocean. So, look, it's real simple, and you can deny my work, but this is the greatest PhD and truth that ever told. When it happened, nobody on earth, nobody. Play back the tape. That's the power of fucking YouTube. Everybody says it wants to be contemporary, turn it into contemporary TV. No, it's a research library. You can go back, they're there. You got to work for them, search for them, because they're not going to fuck put it out there. But they're there for the most part. I mean, YouTube's taken some of my stuff down in the early days. All that great information. Remember, I used to go, YouTube, scrub that now. That's their own software. Watch, by the way, Google should be sued for that. You put up content, you follow all their rules. That was their software. You use everything, and then they, you know, intellectual property. They annihilate your own intellectual property. That's against the law. But how about NSA, CIA, Google, and the United States Department of Energy? And people want to talk about that Lewis piece of shit in fucking Canada trolling. Fuck that idiot. You know, he was a useful idiot. No. There were people in Los Angeles. There was groups all over. I've done that. I've identified that, me and my anonymous army, that they went after me while I'm in critical condition. Mike Lee cut me off Medicaid, and he knew I was in critical condition, dying of cancer. Same thing his father died of. He don't give a, which is so illegal. That's an attempted murder. I mean, the trolls went after me and fucking attacked me and fucking was posting video. Now, most of them have been taken down, but it was round up the useful idiots like Trump did. Fuck, I had guns in my face twice. I'm in critical fucking condition. People are calling me, telling me they're going to kill me, sending stuff. I mean, fuck. And what are you going to do, call the cops? Fuck, what are they going to do? They're in on all this. I mean, I will quote Mrs. Stewart right here, by the way, Black Lives Matter was started by Kevin Blanch here it was called the Post-Ignorance Project. I was never for the Million Mass March name, but it turned out that's how it started on the death of Matthew Stewart, which happened the same month as the San Onofre accident in January 2011 when I was in a fucking bone marrow transplant right here, right up the road. No knock warrant where Matthew Stewart's mom, who's a famous pillar of this community, she wears a shirt with names in Utah. The murdered by cop, innocent, capital of the world, right here in Utah. I mean, and they shoot brown, black, white, old, young, they don't care. They'll drag little old ladies out by their fucking hair. They've done it. It's a gang. I mean, inside the police forces, I've said it for years, until they clean it up inside, you got no fucking chance. Danielle Willard, that's how it was all started. So, and you don't think one it feeds into the other. Fukushima is repression. Fukushima, the cover-up, fucking Kevin Blanch, the day Fukushima happened. I'm in the Energy Solutions dump site protesting Mike Lee illegally bringing in the Italian nuclear waste here. I'm out there. Fucking March 10th, you know. March 11th, protesting. I'm on, you know. I got a YouTube camera. There's a really great video I put up with the American flag there in Wendover at the Enola Gay hangar that day. I get home, I still had a TV then, and fuck, I was tired, and I lay down, and something just snapped in my head, and, you know, the TV was on CNN, and there the video was. By the way, you would never know about Fukushima. This is how the frog boy in this cartel, if that fucking live cam wasn't on that barge. Now, who put that there? Activists, Chinese activists, world activists. That wasn't sure the United States, I mean, they didn't want it out there. Fucking, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my God. Then it comes across, there's 9 point some odd earthquake with the major tsunami that went in. The tsunami went in 30 miles. And by the way, I've written paper after paper, you know, that's all sequestered and squashed because you have to turn over your PhD, you have to turn over your work. My PhD is organic, it's ongoing, it's not done. You know, some university needs to step up around the world. I always thought maybe the University of Vienna would step up and say, hey, Kevin Blanch, think about my work. But I'm got no, and thank you to people that have finance this work, and everybody's butthurt by me because I say fuck Trump. Well, I say fuck Obama too. You know, this protesting to place a monarchy in place. What are you, King George fucking loyal soldier? It's disgusting. Fuck. So they're lying. These are fucking. This is a full blown out nuclear fucking meltdown. March fucking 11th, March 12th, 20. The only person on earth. I'm up against a tsunami of ignorance all over TV. Chris Busby attacked me when I was in the bone marrow crime. Who didn't attack me? You know, Gunner Shield fucking, I mean, they roll out the same paid fucking, you know, false resistance, false equivalency fucking bullshit. Kevin Blanch. Look, this is going to release an unknown fucking heat source, which I named Fukushima in the early days, that's going to push into the fucking Pacific Ocean. It's going to boil the fucking ocean. It's going to cause a fucking heat wave across this country in an acute fashion. It's going to wipe out the tide pools. It's going to collapse the salmon and sardines. It's going to wipe out the phytoplankton. It's going to fucking starve the fucking whales out. It's going to cause leukemia in fucking seals and sea lions. It's going to fucking cause fucking a heat source to get into the pine trees in the needles, and they're going to all fucking die. It's going to cause the Great Salt Lake in Utah. And it's real simple, kiddies. I tell people two things, young people. You want to know the health of the ecology, and I learned both because I grew up on the marsh of the Great Salt Lake, and I grew up on the old marshes of San Diego at Pacific Beach, California. Right there at Jepson Scripps Browning's fucking house. All you got to do is at low tide, and it's low tide right now. Stand up high and look down. Take your crayons, kiddies. How much bright red, bright orange, it'll jump out you from a mile away. How much of that do you see? That will tell you everything you need to know about the ocean. The Great Salt Lake, the Great Basin here, by the way, they cut down the oldest fucking tree on earth. That research PhD came in from North Carolina at the University of Utah. And yeah, he cut down the oldest person. That's in Utah. You know, on the edge of the Great Basin. You know how much water ends up in that right behind my house? The marsh is gone. It's eagle time right now. I've already started my eagle count. An eagle was flying over my house yesterday. You know, at sunset. That's right when my dad died on that day. At sunset right here. Nuked to death. So everything I said, first you hypothesize the knowledge. Then you do the field work. It's going to give you cancer. It's going to give you, I got AML fucking leukemia. Given a death sentence. Now just think about the fact that I go into the bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11. Think about that. 3/11's no sure way to heaven. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. I slept in the dead fucking pines with the suns from Fukushima, Japan. Oh, they always shine. Bringing star power. Irony that Kamala Harris is in the White House. Her mother worked at Livermore. I used to protest at Livermore for years with her. The epidemiologist that's researching nuclear fallout and fucking all this madness and testing they do at Livermore, California, the nuclear lab, and the correlation with cancer. That's what she did for a living. Rachel Carson, she gets cancer and dies. Then San Onofre, I break the back of San Onofre. I'm the one that leaked all that fucking footage out when I was in the bone marrow transplant. The same month that the shooting of Matthew Stewart happened. That's when all this shit, I'm the guy that started all this shit. That fucking organic fucking movement. Yeah, it's just YouTube. It's just fire. It's just the fucking will in an organic fashion. People can understand the organic nature of this. They get it. I mean, they connect to it. You know, the awake thinking people, the conscious people. Everything, then you defend your war against this tsunami. Wiped out financially. Fuck, how many people did I beg in 2011, go double down on the market? The market's 9,500. Go all in, go all in, go in. Buy fucking Apple derivative on the future fucking thing. Short your fucking silver. Fucking go all in, go all in. Tesla. I had 30 fucking thousand shares of Tesla. Fucking. Right here on YouTube, I turned $3,000 in almost $1 million in a short period of time. Shorting silver on the AAA, shorting gold. Fucking to the day I had it fucking nailed. You know, buying the Apple fucking Culver. Well, how come you're not a gazillionaire? I was working on this PhD organically. I was uninsured. I got a stomach ache. What a nightmare, just like that. That's a 1% survival fucking bracelet. Less than 1%. 1,000th of 1%, actually. I was too sick for a transplant. I'm still alive. I've been knowing this wolf's right on my neck. By the way, I believe, and I'm working on this, that COVID is a mutation from Fukushima. I think there's no doubt in my mind. And if you don't think I get stuff right, you haven't been watching me. For Hamlet and Cassandra, they got together and they had a thing. Oh, cursed spite that I was ever born to fucking set this right. I've got some rules for me and I have some for you. But you must wear yours with a fucking media difference. What's he talking about? Everything I said has come to fruition. The salmon are going to collapse. Kevin Blanch. Oh, no. I was there. I watched it. Fucking record fucking catch on the Chinook salmon. Yeah, I know. Record escapement, record fucking thing. Wait till 2016. They go to sea for 5 years. There's your smoking gun. That's just coincidence, bro. Tide pool's dead. 11, 12. Coincidence, bro. The fucking Great Western Drought, the greatest drought in fucking on the verge of becoming in history. 2011. That's just coincidence, bro. All the fucking animals, fishies in the sea, fucking die. That's just coincidence. No, that's not coincidence. Coincidence doesn't get it in science. In fact, it's asymmetric to science. Anybody who says scientists are mystified, baffled, it just shows you the fraud of America, the fraud of academia, the fraud of the so-called scientific community. It's a club. You know, here's a PhD. In the old days, you used to have to fucking do field work and you used to have to fucking get your PhD. Peer review? Who? The same person that just got handed fucking, they hand them out fucking. They hand out PhDs like fucking toilet paper now. They're worthless as fuck. You know how many fucking unemployed PhDs are out there? What do you mean? It's a fucking joke. That's what Aaron Swartz. That was yesterday, 8 years ago. What about that? You know, the whole truther movement. Well, look what they did to that. Everything I've said has come to fruition, been fucking true. I prove it. Me oh my, Nobel Prize, and I have to live in poverty. I can't even get a fucking car. At some point, I thought, well, publicists. How about all the fucking artists and publicists that have stole from me? And I've proven it, including Wes Anderson. Fucking all they want to be. I mean, I've proven it over and over and over. They fucking sit around, steal my shit, and they think that's okay. Well, karma on you, motherfucker. Karma on fucking you. You know? I fight for her, she fights for me, we from the sea. You're part of the ecology, don't you see? You want to protest all the... I mean, fuck. What about the cover-up of Fukushima? How come you're not screaming about that? The biggest event in human history. So now the footage is out. The frogs have been boiled. Now, it's right there. Everything that I've been screaming, it's right there. And Dana is saying that they've been pixeled and fucking scrubbed. No, I don't think that's the case on that footage. What I think the case is, when they go over it, that's drone footage. The radiation, those spots you're seeing are pixeled, fucking whatever, and he may be right. I don't know, but this is what I'm pretty sure because I've seen a lot of this footage over the years. What that is it's still that hot. It's invisible fires, which I named plutonium, is making even the drone footage as good as the drone footage pixel because it won't go clear because that's the heat there. You know, the plutonium, which is a plasma. It's a fucking gas. It's invisible. We've seen blue light. We've seen all kinds. I mean, that's what John Holden, who covered this up inside the situation, Barry Antoinette Obama, and then the handoff. You know, I know this for a fact because I know people that were in Mar-a-Lago with Bob Crafter. Thank you, Belichick. Fucking, I know people that were there, inside there, that have come to me. I've had hundreds of whistles. I could write 1,000 books below this, but nobody will touch me. You know, I'm a little overwhelmed. Thank you to everybody's fucking support of the historic work, but fuck, running on empty, fucking, I need a fucking car, a nice one, get my work done, but whatever. Thank you to everybody who has supported the historic work. This, I mean, will go down in history as the greatest fucking activism, fucking PhD truth in the, look what they did to the truther movement. Oh my God. So, everything I've said has come to be true, and when we see acute, crazy shit happen, the normalcy, you're going to all buy into it because they're that fucking stupid and people have a fucking attention span that fucking long. The Great Salt Lake was at normal. My spiral jetty video, how historic is that fucking video in 2012? It's a historic level. This is all acute collapse. The salmon's acute. We don't count dead tide pools, Kevin Blanch does. We don't count dead humans in bone marrow. Kevin Blanch does. I was almost like, HIPAA laws. We count every salmon, and we have sonar, even though they've classified, and it's been proven. There's video right there on the fucking thing, Kevin Blanch classified. Which I know for a fact. I've been told over and over and over and over by fucking inside my own government. Well, I'm cut off Medicaid, fucking, which, remember, Michael Hawkins at Ogden, Regional War Heart Special. Oh, yeah? I knew it was my heart. I go in there, I'm kicked off Medicaid, and I'm like, I'm bleeding, fucking just going, it's my heart. One of the oncology nurses that was in the top of LDS taking care of me was there. And she's like, no, Kevin's in AML. I can hear him arguing in the back. I ran the test. You're uninsured. Yeah, so what if I'm uninsured? It's mine. No, it's not. Go see your fucking dentist. I collapsed, just a couple of days. I don't know how I didn't fucking die. Even go ask Collado. I mean, he says, I don't know how you're alive. I told him it was my heart. Fucking emergency open heart surgery. These fuckers attack me. I remember McQuack D right here in Ogden calling me, threatening me, their collection AG, why I'm in their ICU. I'll never forget it. Fucking uninsured. I still am. And I don't get no stimulus check. I don't get shit. I don't get nothing. You want to talk discriminate? Fuck cancer survivors. They're the most hated people in the fucking world. You know, so everything I said, the footage is out there. Let's fight over this fucking old, outdated document. Second Amendment. Well, we can at least amend it. 2 senators, each state. Oh, I think they intended that. I think they intended one state would have fucking, 50 million and another would have 400. Yeah. They even said it in their own document. Fucking the 10th Amendment says. It leaves it open for this very said reason. Because we cannot foresee the future. Well, I can. COVID-19, no doubt. So the footage is out there. And the cover up, and you think about, I've known all this in my head the whole fucking time. I've seen all this. I fucking have the transcript in the situation. I know what happened on that fucking handout at B and Trump 18 fucking times. Why is this footage out now? Because they know. Look, Trump and Abby have been the cover-up lockdown in lockstep, and Putin to turn this into more than even Obama was. The pushing this nuclear thesis forward. Those two have, and if you even fucking try, everybody was scared to death of them both, in Japan and here. Well, they're both fucking gone. There's an election coming in Japan. What a saga. He's going to lose, and the other side is fucking and they'll tell the truth. It's been, Abe, how long was he in power? I thought Japan, they were only 2 years. Same with Tsar Putin. That's not a fucking president. And you wanted to fucking do it with Trump. I mean, Trump covered it up harder than fucking Obama. And I have the Situation Room fucking transcript. I know that. I know what happened to the USS Reagan. I know what happened to all the ships. I know exactly what happened. I know this is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. The greatest heat source in human history. And it's a hell of a way to boil a fucking planet. It is fucking, and the ignorance that's gone on and fucking the sequestering of Kevin Blanch. And I've tried every fucking thing I've known to man. Think about the fucking body of work I've accomplished. Probably the greatest activist in human history, except in the last 2,021 years since Jesus. What an activist that dude was. Whoa. So, it's there. Out there for God and everybody to see. And it's drone footage from 20, then it shows it, all of it blown to fuck. It shows the fraud of the media putting up all that fake footage. Talk about fucking congressional hearings. Wow. Fucking boy, can I relate to him. I remember being a little boy here, fucking tell my grandma one time, I says, this reminds me of living in southern France here in West Weaver, Utah. She's never been there. Well, we have these poplars left, and she says, I remember talking about Hamlet before I read it. I feel like I'm living the country and western version of Hamlet. The elasticity of time. That's before I ever read it. The mind can forecast if you have that. They call it assy burgers. It's the light. I call it the light. Einstein had it. I had a dream when I was living. I had a lot of dreams. I knew this was all coming. I tried to tell everybody. I'm the QAnon shaman. He ain't no shaman. I'll tell you a story. One of the native elders in Alaska, daughter contacted me right after Fukushima happened. They did the white buffalo ceremony, and I was invited. They were going to blow it on me. I couldn't get there because I was in a bone marrow transplant. Let's see if this is still going. Oh, well, if it ain't. She says, my father's the elder, and he painted his dream. That's what they do. And his dream was that Bristol Bay was all black. Everything was black. The dead whales were black, the dead mirrors, all the dead birds washed up, everything. There's more. Remember all the dead birds? I'm the first guy reporting that walking on. Everybody laughed at me. And he was asked, another big major oil spill. Exxon Valdez on alcohol. No. Nuclear. TikTok, Diablo Canyon talk. Country's over. Chernobyl took back to the USSR. Fukushima took down the USA. It's over. This country's over as we know it. Now, will it retool and reboot into? I don't know how you're going to get out of this debt, how you're going to get out of this toxic poison, when they can't even come out of fucking denial that this is fucking, these events are happening. Again, the greatest ecological catastrophe, the greatest death spiral, the fucking pandemic, the fucking debt, fucking this country exploding. Stock market makes all-time highs. Pacific Ocean just dying. Don't you think that's a story? Fucking stand tuning. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Stock market makes all-time highs.